Hi, and welcome to the Clarity Resource Management video series. My name is Catherine Ellis, and I'm a product manager for Clarity. In the first two videos of this series, we discussed the importance of the 4 A's in staffing. Then we learned how to add roles to individual investments by using the Staff module. Let's now explore how we can leverage the Staffing Workspace to analyze the requirements for the entire organization. The Staffing Workspace includes 5 tabs. In this video, we'll explore the first 4 tabs that deal with allocations and assignments. Whenever you open any of these 4 tabs, you can see 2 key sections, namely the timeline and resource histogram. The timeline section provides a layout that allows you to visualize the time-phased allocations or assignments summarized or grouped by investment or resource. Expanding the grouping reveals the individual staff or investment data. Let's take a look at the Allocations by Investment tab. The timeline on this tab displays the investments with the list of staffed resources and role allocations. Correspondingly, the Assignments by Resource tab displays the resources, roles, and teams with the list of allocated investments, providing data for assignment ETCs. The resource histogram is common across all 4 tabs. The histogram is crucial when the resource managers want to quickly identify the availability of resources by looking at the under-over threshold colors to fulfill demand requests. If you want to dive deep into the total allocation or assignments of a specific resource for a selected time period, the resource availability layout is perfect for you. However, if your interest lies in identifying resources associated with specific roles so that you can add them to investments, I would recommend the Resources by Role layout. Now that we're comfortable with the concepts of the timeline and resource histogram, let's focus on how we can customize these 4 tabs. The first thing we can do is use the general settings to configure the under and over allocation and assignment thresholds. If you enter 40 in the under allocation threshold, resources are considered under allocated when at least 40% below their full capacity, which is assumed to be 100%. Correspondingly, if you enter 20 in the over allocation threshold, resources are considered over allocated when they are at least 20% above their full availability. The same logic applies to settings of the over and under assignment threshold to display colors based on the assignment estimate's demand and the resource's availability. Let's now return to the Staffing Workspace and explore how we can use view options to set it up. We'll only explore options that are common for all 4 tabs. I'll discuss options such as hard allocations or assignments display in forthcoming videos that are associated with these tabs. Let's start by defining the period type for the timeline and resource histogram. When we select months, we can see that all the data is sliced up and displayed based on fiscal months defined by the Clarity Administrator for your environment. We define the number of periods displayed by selecting Periods or Duration in the View options. Some investments may stretch across multiple quarters or years. You, as a resource manager, may only be interested in viewing data for the next 6 months. Let's set our view options to update the timeline and resource histogram to display data for the next 6 months. The Totals field allows you to choose if you want to show totals based on the periods configured for the layout. For example, if an investment lasts 12 months and the workspace is configured to display 6 months, the Totals column will sum up the allocations or assignments for the 6-month duration displayed in the layout. If you want to display the entire total for the duration of the investment instead of the displayed periods, ensure you choose the Grand Total option. Now that we have set up the view options for how the data will be displayed, let's focus on how you can use the column panel for fields associated with the timeline versus the histogram. The timeline and histogram have independent column panels. The column panel shows the list of fields referred to as a cross-object list. This list includes fields from the staffing object properties, fields from resource object properties, and common fields across all investment type objects. All the common fields across the investment types are available under the Common Investments section. Fields that are specific to various investments are available under the respective investment type in the list. You can select various fields and add them into the grid. You can customize the layouts with the additional columns with specific focus on staffing, resource, or investment fields. The column panel for the resource histogram includes all the fields associated with the resource object properties. Saving the configuration as a view saves the columns for both the timeline and the histogram on the page. Each tab can have their own set of saved views. We have now completed setting up the staffing workspace and are ready to add, delete, reallocate, and replace resources. Thank you for watching this video.